George Bernard Shaw was a renowned Irish playwright, critic, and political activist who lived from 1856 to 1950. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest playwrights in English-language history, and his works continue to be performed and studied around the world. Shaw was born in Dublin, Ireland, and grew up in a Protestant family. He attended school for only a few years and was largely self-educated, reading widely in philosophy, politics, and literature. In his early 20s, Shaw moved to London, where he worked as a journalist and theatre critic. He also began writing plays, and his early works showed a keen interest in social and political issues. Shaw's first major success as a playwright came with the production of Mrs. Warren's Profession in 1893. The play explores the issue of prostitution and the social and economic forces that drive women into the profession. The play was controversial at the time, but it helped establish Shaw as a major figure in the London theatre scene. Over the course of his career, Shaw wrote dozens of plays, including some of the most famous works of the 20th century. His plays often tackled social and political issues, and he was known for his use of wit and satire to skewer the pretensions of the wealthy and powerful. Some of his most famous works include Pygmalion, which was later adapted into the musical My Fair Lady, Man and Superman, and St. Joan. Shaw was also a prolific essayist and critic, and his writings on politics, economics, and culture remain influential today. He was a vocal advocate for socialism and was involved in various political causes throughout his life. He was also an advocate for women's rights and wrote extensively on the subject of feminism. Shaw was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1925, and he used his platform as a writer to advocate for peace and social justice throughout his life. He was a staunch opponent of World War I and spoke out against the dangers of fascism and totalitarianism in the years leading up to World War II. Shaw continued to write and advocate for social and political causes until his death in 1950 at the age of 94. His plays continue to be performed around the world, and his writings on politics and culture continue to be studied and debated. George Bernard Shaw's legacy as a writer, critic, and political activist remains as relevant today as it was during his lifetime.